welcome to Sit Down at the Entrepreneur Lounge. You're joined alongside sports editor Harlan Nemerofsky, and I am joined alongside fellow member of the basketball team, the men's basketball team. That is Kadeem Green. How are you doing, Kadeem?
I'm doing pretty good.
So, Kadeem, today is the first day of Hanukkah. So, first I have to ask you, this is not actually a kind of a Hanukkah food. It's actually a Passover food. But have you ever ate these tam-tams before? Would you like to try one?
I'll try one, just for
Okay.
you. Good.
So, Kadeem, tell me about when you grew so tall. I mean, you're humongous. I'm the small little guy. You're 6'9". So when did you hit your growth spurt?
I started my first growth spurt was 7th grade. I grew from 6'2" to 6'5", and then 9th grade I grew from 6'5" to 6'8", which is my height right now.
So you were always a taller guy, even in high school.
Yeah. So,
When you had the injury in your senior year of high school, what kind of a toll did that take on you?
took a big toll. I was very emotional at the time. It was also a very mental challenge to me because at the time I was trying to get recruited to play NCAA basketball. So I thought that would be that was kind of a major setback, but I didn't see that I bounced back from it. So.
Can you tell me about your connection with Andrew Wiggins? I know you went to the same high school at Carleton secondary.
I'm very close friends with his older brother, Nick Wiggins. So all through high school, I would see Andrew. Andrew was playing basketball as a young youth. Seen him grow to the man that he's become. So very close with his older brother. He's one of my good friends. And I know his dad, his family grew up. Just like you said, I went to high school with them.
I know you've never played Andrew in a basketball game, but if you were to play in a game, who would win? One-on-one.
I can't tell you that. I don't know. I haven't really seen him in person lately, so I can't really tell you that.
Can you talk to me about your experience playing against John Wall in high school?
It was an experience to remember. It's probably something I want to remember throughout the rest of my life. As you know, John Wall's in the NBA right now. He's actually playing pretty good right now, so an experience to remember.
If there was one player from the Ryerson men's basketball team that you think can move to the NCAA, which player do you think that would be?
I'd probably say Aaron Best.
Why?
Because he's very athletic and he's a good playmaker. And his athleticism is insane. I feel like he can compete at the NCAA level just based on his athleticism.
If you were a general manager and you were picking an NBA team and you had to pick a big man with the first overall pick, which pick would you select?
Any player in the NBA right now?
And any player in the NBA.
Big man, I'd probably pick DeMarcus Cousins currently because he's having a phenomenal season.
So talking about having a phenomenal season, you are in one right now. So what's your preparation been for every game, and is it different from the NCAA?
Yeah, it's definitely different because in the NCAA we had a lot more time. We had a lot more time to prep before games, whereas now we don't really have as much time. So I got to shorten the amount of stuff I do now to compare to what I was doing before.
What are you hoping to get for Christmas?
Honestly, I'm grateful for whatever I get. I'm not hoping for anything. I'm just grateful.
If you can meet one NBA player, who would you want to meet, dead or alive?
Probably Michael Jordan.
Because he's the best of all time.
I can say that.
So, what's the biggest difference between, I know you were talking about this earlier, but the biggest difference between NCAA and CIS, you said to me, was the shot clock was one of them. So, how have you adjusted to that?
Just trying to play, like you said, I mentioned earlier, the shot clock, so I'm just trying to play at a faster pace and make more aggressive moves, which is a result in trying to change game speed, I guess.
Do people in America say a lot?
They definitely don't say that.
Are they?
They actually, when I was in America, they were clowning me for being Canadian and they called me A and stuff, all that stuff. So.
Were they like teasing you?
Kinda, I guess you would say that, but I don't really get teased, so.
They call you a lumberjack?
Nah.
None of that stuff.
No, none of that.
Were they respectful to you? Because you're Canadian.
Would you, if you were one of my teammates, would you respect me?
I would.
Yeah.
But if I was an American, no. Obviously I would. Which player on your team do you think you have the best chemistry with?
Probably Beard, Michelson.
Is that because you guys are both the big men on the team?
Yeah, we're playing the same position, and during road trips, me and him room together, so we had a lot of time together.
Is there any difference in coaching style between NCAA to CIS?
Like
Rana compared to your other coaches?
Not really. I mean, there's coaching changes. Every program has significant changes, so it's not really. You can't really compare CIS coaching to NCAA coaching because every basketball program has different coaching styles and all that. So you can't really compare the CIS coaching to NCAA coaching.
Can you talk about your team's early success? You guys are playing very well, so just like I realized like the transition game has been a big thing for you guys. Like when you bring the ball forward, was that some of that? It's like overall, you guys are just an amazing team so far. Would you agree?
Yeah, would you agree?
I would agree.
Yeah.
Do you think you can beat Carleton?
For sure, that's the plan this year, right?
Plan. Go all the way.
Hopefully. I haven't really sat down and analyzed each player in Carleton specifically, but I know that from what I've seen of Carleton, that they're a very well-rounded team and not very that athletic, whereas our team is a lot more, probably one of the most athletic teams in this conference, this league. So I feel that we can use that to our advantage and eventually beat Carleton.
Win it all.
That's the plan.
And if you can be on any NBA team, which team do you want to be on?
Raptors.
Is that because you're from Toronto?
Yeah.
Thank you for joining the Eye Opener. Sit down with Harlan Nemerofsky. I'm joined alongside Kadeem Green. Kadeem, thank you very much for joining us.
Anytime.
Have a Merry Christmas.